Gone are those days where we would work together in offices just like this. These scenarios are from times of old, maybe not too long ago. Now, lots of people are going back to work, but many companies have people in offices unable to pull off feats like this. For that reason, collaboration is absolutely important. The ability to facilitate, to work with teams that are remote and geographically dispersed is becoming more and more important, more and more critical. Now, before the crazy pandemic, a lot of people had no idea about tools that could be used in the world of Agile to enable people who are geographically dispersed all around the world collaborate. But now, almost everyone is aware of Zoom, of Teams, of course, of the likes of WebEx and GoToMeetings and so on. And those are all well and good, but in order to collaborate as an Agile team, you need a lot more than just turning on a camera to see individuals. That is by far more important, for sure, to be able to see your team members and to be able to get the 55, 38, 7, all components. The body language is 55% of communication, especially heartfelt communication. The words is 7% and the tone of voice is 38. But a very important piece of Agile is collaboration. And it's no fun when you cannot collaborate, when you are unable to do things like you saw the team doing just now, gathering around a whiteboard, having their sticky notes or their notes of user stories, of different product backlog items. When you are unable to do things like this, it's hard to collaborate across the world. Maybe not even across the world, maybe right there in one state or right there in one country, you have people on different time zones. How do you collaborate? How do you do all that you used to in the normal world of being around a product backlog, being around a whiteboard? How do you do that? The answer is in using tools that are high productivity tools. And the tool that I would like to talk to you about today is known as Jira. You've probably heard about Jira. What makes Jira quite fascinating and unique? And by the way, I do not work for Atlassian, but what makes it unique is the ability to connect people to people without charging you a hefty price tag if you have 10 team members or less. Think about that. It's absolutely free. Don't believe me? Go to any app store and download the Jira app. And what you realize is it's absolutely free. This is Jira right here on my phone. Absolutely free. Why do I use Jira? There are many reasons why. First of all, you can't beat free, for 10 team members or less. But second of all, it's very intuitive. Thirdly, the interface is very friendly. And fourth, you know they've got a great track record. They're not going to dissolve tomorrow. They're not going to be bought by someone else that will leave you high and dry, right? If you take a look at Atlassian's track record, they're truly in the business of helping people. That's not their only product. Jira is not their only product. Trello is another product that is free, but Trello doesn't scale properly, and that is why I'm making a case for Jira. I know a lot of firms have not considered looking into Jira because perhaps they're scared of the hefty price tag that many other companies would charge for tools like this. But you can go into Jira right now, set up an account with your Google account, and 10 of your team members can begin to use this. Now, my buddy Roy and I, we train this regularly to our students, and we encourage them to go into the software and begin to interact with it, to begin to set up epics and stories, bugs, and take a look at what Jira can do. It is pretty remarkable that for no dollars down, you are able to do so much. If you haven't taken a look at Jira, I'll show you very quickly. Let's just jump into one of the projects that we have open here. Like when you get straight into Jira, you can see these are the options. You could switch to Trello or other Atlassian products. Okay. Now, right away, you can see various user stories that we have over here. I have set up a dummy project, which I use for my students to walk them through what exactly Jira can do. Jira can be used for roadmaps. You can see we've got an epic going right there. You could set up a backlog of different stories and items, which you could assign to individuals. As you can see here, these have been assigned to different people on the team. And you can also use the power of a board, a Kanban board, to see what is in progress and what is done. And of course, you can crank out some pretty nifty reports, burn ups, burn downs, and so on, velocity reports and things like that. So without going into the enormity of the tool, my friends, I really want you to consider how your team is doing work today. How are they getting work done? Do you have a dedicated tool where you can allow people pull work to themselves in classic Agile format, the same way you would pick a user story from a board in the real world? You could do that virtually by dragging work to yourself. The same way you can move a story from to do to doing, or whatever states you have in your firm, the same way you can do that in Jira. So my question to you is, what are you waiting for? Just like I showed you, right here on my phone, I can access Jira at any time. I can move tasks, I can assign tasks, I can take a look at my project. And don't forget the cool thing, when you're using Jira the right way, it takes away the need for status meetings, spending tons and tons of time. If Jira is something that sounds good to you, my friends, I encourage you to look into it. I don't work for Atlassian. I don't work for Jira. I have no affiliations. I am, however, an educator, right? I train Agile and I train predictive methods. And I know that you need a tool that works well, that is not going to get in the way. And to be quite honest, for other reasons, Atlassian is a company I respect because they are helping people who cannot afford the hefty price tags of the other companies. I'm not going to name them. I'm not going to give them publicity, but take it from me. If you truly mean business and you want to grow with a company that is in the business of helping people, you want to go down to Atlassian's website. I'm going to show you really quickly, just to make sure you've got all that you need to make this decision. As people often say, seeing is believing, right? Perhaps if I showed you this, I might just get you to believe what I'm talking about. So let's go on down to the Atlassian website. If you go on down to Atlassian.com, and I'll share this with you on the screen here. Take a look at the different products, okay? So there's Jira, very popular, wildly popular in the world. Get it free. Let's go to pricing. Check out the pricing. Here we go. $0 down, always free for 10 users. Get started right away. Or per user, $75 a month for at least 10, right? So let's take a look here. User limit per site, 20,000 users. But that's not really what you're looking for, right? You can start off with just 10 users. You can start off with a bigger number depending on your firm. But I brought you to the pricing page, not to get you to buy, but to get you to try. Okay, so I have 10 users. Let's say I have 200 users. If I have 200 users, that's how much I'm going to be paying a month. So 1,380. But think about what you're paying for. You're paying for stellar collaboration across the board. If you have a small number of individuals, or you have less than 10 people on a team, just bring them in here. So you could look at an annual fee, you could look at the monthly fees per user, regardless, always free for 10 users. I just wanted to show you that you could get started now. You could go to any store, Google Store, the iTunes, the Apple Store rather, and download the app. Download the app and begin to use it. That's all I wanted to talk to you about today. If you want to know more about the power of Jira and what it can do for you, I encourage you to invite my buddy Roy and I to your firm to teach you how to use this tool. Because as the saying goes, a fool with a tool, still a fool. So when you have the wisdom on how to use the tool, that makes you even more powerful. It's not about the tool alone. Understanding how the tool can be used is important. Because if you have the tool without the understanding, it's no good. You want to know the best practices, the best in class, best in industry. We'll help you. Okay? If you need more information, just shoot us an email, info@praizion.com. Or just go on down to projectmanagementdoctor.com, look for the contact button and get in touch. All right? Thanks for joining me. Speak to you soon.